Our reporting here about a trucking company involved in a crash that killed 5 people on I-25 is now prompting calls for an industry-wide safety audit. Here's Mark Salinger.
A federal lawsuit alleges Caminantes Trucking operated trucks for 28 months without insurance. Then on June 13, 2022, one of its drivers slammed into a family of 5 on I-25 in Weld County. They tried to buy insurance an hour after the crash.
I was flabbergasted, completely shocked.
Zach Cahalan is the executive director of the Truck Safety Coalition in Washington, D.C. Following our story on Monday, the national advocacy group is now calling for Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg to audit the entire trucking industry to find out how many other trucks are on the road with no insurance.
I call on Secretary Buttigieg to conduct an audit of all of the current carriers authorized to operate.
The lawsuit filed in federal court alleges that State Farm canceled Caminantes' insurance policy in 2020, but never told the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. Because of that, they were allowed to operate for years without insurance until the crash.
Could you imagine losing all those people in your family and then finding out, oh, you know what? Federal government didn't make sure that they had insurance, so sorry.
The feds say it's up to the trucking companies to make sure the insurance companies tell the government if an insurance plan is canceled. If that sounds backwards or confusing or just plain wrong, Zach agrees.
We lack the means or maybe the will to aggressively enforce the rules that we already have, which are, in my view, minimal.
Lawyers say it was a crash 28 months in the making, with signs that were ignored everywhere that Caminantes Trucking should never have been on the road.
I still kind of can't believe what these allegations are saying. It's shocking.
The insurance minimum that trucking companies are required to have is $750,000 worth of coverage. That may sound like a lot, but the number is set over 40 years ago when $750,000 went a lot further than today. Today, if you get in a crash, it could cost millions of dollars just with medical bills. Even if a trucking company is insured, the payout pile could be really small.
I think you've opened a lot of eyes into what the risks are and what the potential dangers are. In addition to the lawsuits, there's also the criminal case against the driver.
Yeah, the criminal case is expected to start up next week up in Weld County. He is charged with homicide up there. If that case will go forward right now, to be determined, it could be delayed, but that truck driver is facing criminal charges. And of course, the trucking company, the Postal Service, which was contracting with this company, they're all facing lawsuits as well in federal court.
Yeah, excellent work on this story. Keep us updated. Thank you.